like 70%. The next one it was 92%, and the next one made it 98%.
We could be surprised. It could be a mortar deck. You never know.
Yes,
stranger things have happened. We're still waiting to see. There's the golem
right on top.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that because the Night Witch was coming.
It's kind of the perfect timing. Play the Night Witch at the back, allowing yourself to cycle for that golem if it's next. And the Tesla Tower does at least break apart the golem. And they do get quite a few hits, and that bat is going to go to town on that tower.
Yeah,
Bats
bat
do
does
so
a
much
lot
damage.
of damage.
1850 left on that tower for KK.
He needs to wait. And everyone in the world... Oh, Elixir Collector being dropped.
Elixir Collector. I was just sitting... As soon as it dropped, I was like, wait, isn't that card banned? But no, it was the Three Musketeers instead that got banned. So we're going to see another golem come down soon, I would assume. He's definitely reaching that level of Elixir. There we go. So he's going to lead with the Mega Minion this time. I think the Mega Minion will just about overtake the golem here. There's the Night Witch. Night Witch's bats will start summoning up. Fireball.
Fireball.
Doesn't kill the Night Witch though. It does take her down very, very low, but doesn't finish her off. But that freeze Nova will do the job. Dart Goblin from the back trades with the archers.
Trades a lot better, and time for the expo. Yes, and exactly timed with the Elixir Collector. Great reflexes for KK.
Yeah, but Lumberjack here is if it gets to the tower, it is going to deal a lot of damage, but the rage comes down. That expo is gone. Didn't connect to the tower. That's not what you want to see.
And in the meantime, Elixir Collector, which you can kind of miss, but it's there on the right top corner.
Right underneath the timer. Does make it difficult to see. Lumberjack again being used to try and counter out that expo, but unfortunately it's not going to connect, and now the expo connects.
That's locking the tower about the Mega Minion, and the real problem is the golem. Now pushing in already. This time with the poison, so getting a lot more elixirs from the Collector now.
Yeah, that Tesla Tower is going to go down.
And Log only hitting the Dark Goblin.
Yeah, but the Night Witch was pulled across there. She's in no man's land. And now, the rage goes...
The Mega Minion does connect to the Ice Golem instead, so we'll be regarding some damage. But now onto the tower, direct damage, 410.
But the Night Witch is still hanging around, and her bats are going to town.
Bats doing some damage, down 200, and with the poison. That's going to be a game for JinTV.
Yes! JinTV takes the game just about with those bats. It was very close. KK in blue for GameWith. JinTV for OP.GGSkeleton in red at the top. Jin took game number 1. Quite convincing fashion. I really think KK is going to bring it back in this game here. Royal Ghost. Considered one of the better legendary cards right now due to his ability to just kind of like invisibility walk all the way up to the tower. He does a lot of work.
No, he's spooky. That's why he's one of the best.
It's too spooky for me. Yeah, a bit too spooky. Looks like we're going to have a bit of a battering ram maybe from JinTV coming out soon.
Yeah, that's another possibility. Does have the log as well. So heavy spent onto all the spells. Let's see how he wants to push this one in with the Electro Wizard.
Poison there. I think the Electro Wizard is just inside that poison radius when it starts to attack. That was very close, actually. Dark Prince there, just taking out the Miner, but the Miner did a decent amount of damage, I would say.
Oh, the Graveyard comes from KK. That's the real push. Bandit actually charges into the Skeleton instead.
Did connect onto that tower. 1700, 1600. The tower is going down here. 1566. Was that worth it for KK?
Also used the poison as well. So that's a good pull with the Ice Golem. And the Mega Minion will just finish the rest of the... Well, not quite, as we get one more slash onto the Archer.
Yeah, but unfortunately all that indecision by that Mega Minion did mean that the Electro Wizard could take it down.
Ooh, dashes through the log. Goes straight into the dart. Get one hit straight up to the tower.
1630 on that bottom right tower. 1,566 on the top right tower. So it seems like both players are just going to start piling the resources into this lane, trying to take down the tower, trying to chip away. This time, JinTV doesn't connect, but there is a P.E.K.K.A. What does he have to kind of pull this P.E.K.K.A. away? There's the Tesla tower. Is it going to be enough? Miner in the back as well. With everything attacking the P.E.K.K.A. goes to work. 1,300. 1,310 is the final number there.
The real problem is the air units. Mega Minion not really being dealt with too well, I would say. Only the Electro Wizard doing some damage, slowing it down. It's the reason why JinTV couldn't push in too much. Mega Minion, double the Mega Minion, because nothing else was attacking it.
So we are about to get into this overtime period. So next tower will take the game. Who is going to take it? That is quite a hefty push. And the graveyard in the back for KK. This is probably going to be his last push, because if he fails this, there is a very good chance that JinTV can overrun.
Skeleton only catching about 200. Poison a very good counter, of course, but dash. And
it's going to
Dark
connect.
Prince does survive.
One hit. Oh, almost got 2 hits there.
The archers will actually take him down with the poison damage. KK coming back in. 1-1 tied up.
It was really unsure as to whether that was going to drop there, but just enough time for those archers to get those extra
Welcome
arrows.
to the legendary arena. Arena 12. Before becoming a challenger. 4,000.
So KK in the blue, drops the zap, starts his cycle. He's looking for the perfect cards. JinTV seems to have his perfect cards, and now both players are just waiting for the other to make the first move.
Let's see what JinTV switched off to. Maybe another heavy push with the golem, just like in game 1.
Yeah, this time waiting it out. So it also means that KK is going to have one of these explosive decks. Maybe with the P.E.K.K.A. You have seen a bit of P.E.K.K.A. today from him, so maybe we'll see it here.
I don't think Expo was the answer. I don't think it's going to be the answer for this matchup. JinTV bringing lots of dashing units, like even the Bandit, which is not too common, I would say, in competitive.
Do you think deploying your card first gives you a big disadvantage?
Oftentimes, yes. Unless you have a gigantic push. Like dropping down a Bandit, or just the Prince or the Dark Prince, you're not likely going to land anything onto that tower unless your opponent disconnects or gets a text message or a phone call.
Yeah, that's how I beat you last week, by giving you a bit of the old phone call business.
You cheat.
Yes, but we are getting down to this 1 minute mark, which is usually the trigger time for when players will play cards. And it means that the victor will be decided.
Yes.
Nope, just the log for cycle.
But just the miner, though.
Interesting. Waiting all this time just to throw out that miner.
Does seem like the golem for JinTV, the game 1. Similar deck we're seeing here.
Yeah, P.E.K.K.A. there for the defense is poisoned. So that means the bats are going to finish him off, and the Dark Goblin, but it does take a long time to build anything up here. They go down.
JinTV has his own Mega Minion in this case.
Yep. Oh, and the balloon. Miner go down the other side. There was nothing there for the defense. It's very hard to win.
Only
for
the
this
batch.
And they're zapped. 1 hit. It's going to get 2 hits, at least. Maybe even a third to finish off this game right now. That tower is gone. JinTV now needs to put everything forward. He has no chance.
Already being dropped, hitting the golems, and the log takes care of the Dark Goblin as well. And it seems like JinTV cannot come back here, as TK will just take the game. So 2,000 away, it's impossible at the moment.
Yeah, perfect balloon play. He just waited for anti-air to be spent by JinTV, puts it down, and there was no answer.
Here we go. Already cards being used. And Expo, double the Expo. Is this the dream? The dream failed. Dream failed miserably yesterday with the double the Expo Tesla. Big drop. The Inferno Dragon locks onto the Tesla.
Yeah, it does zap so that Tesla does take out the Inferno Dragon.
everything. Double that Tesla defense.
Where's the double Expo? Where's this next Expo going to be? Oh, and it does connect. The Expo is connecting down to 2,000.
They spent everything, but they actually took more damage from the miners. That's the thing. That is the thing. They spam everything and put everything down right next to it. They have the mirror. That's why they're able to produce so many Teslas as well.
Dark Goblin is going to go down to that poison. The Expo does
Oh, this one does connect a lot more damage. Oh. Even the Ice Spirit, freezing it for some time.
Down to 1,000.
Is this really going to work? We're seeing it coming true with the mirror. Another Expo, Tesla,
goodness.
And one after the other. Finally, the miner.
This is such a wall being played, and that Expo does so much more damage. Down to 773.
Oh, man.
And they cleaned up the offense again.
So this is actually a brilliant strategy. Banning the Golem, thinking that there's going to be a lot of air units, including the Lava Hound. And when you have the Expo, if there's nothing on the ground, it will do straight damage. Great strategy of what they have prepared for Game 1 here.
The miner comes in. Expo again. Ice Golem in front is going to make sure that that Expo doesn't get damaged. Locks onto the tombstone, though. Now the
Dark once again.
Prince. Again, throwing down that Ice Golem, making sure that that Expo has as much time as physically possible to be able to hit anything.
Oh, look at that poison, though.
But look how much damage, like, OP.GG is
Another
taking.
Expo. The Tesla is already there as a defensive tool, even though Ice Golem. The miner continuing to do the damage. Fireballs comes in from both sides. Very close. Down to 244 for OP.GG, but about the same, 281.
This is back and forth. How is Double Expo managing to do this?
Both sides, they have poison and fire, so left side is basically gone. Both teams thinking the same thing.
Yeah, they've both gone down the right-hand side. They know they can finish the left-hand side with spells, so they're just going to try and push down and chip away at that right-hand side. That poison doesn't hit the tower. GameWith's poison actually missed the tower. They would have taken it down. Big mistake there with that first poison not hitting the tower. Will this be able to finish it? 28, they have to zap it. Without that mistake of that poison, they wouldn't have had to use that 2 elixir there for that zap.
And also poison wasted, basically. That's another 4. But still, Expo, in this case. Let's see how effective it is. Of course, it can be just the mirror onto the other side. But a lot less effective once you lose the tower.
Yeah, that time the poison connects with absolutely everything from OP.GG. Will they be able to connect that Expo to the tower? It does connect. How much is it going to do? Just a few hits.
A lot less than the miner and the poison is doing from GameWith.
Yeah, miner poison apparently does.
Even the Inferno Dragon locks onto the Expo, so had to zap it.
Yeah, Fireball comes in, down to 1,005. The miner comes in as well. Gonna deal a few more. The Dark Goblin is there to clean that up, though.
Difference is coming from those spells when the Fireball hits the Expo and the tower together, as well as the miners always. But Expo, they need time. They need to put in everything for it to connect to the tower.
Yeah, and it's gonna go for the tombstone. They do log it. Does connect to the tower, and it's still relatively healthy. The miner finishes it off, though. And that tower is down to 400.
They do have the Fireball. And one more is needed for GameWith to finish this one off.
Yeah, but GameWith cannot get cocky here. They have to make sure that Expo doesn't connect to the tower with a lot of time. Otherwise, it will be over.
They do have the miner. Next one damage, Fireball, or even the double zap, or even the poison. Anything will finish the game. They already know they got this in their hands. A few more seconds, and that's going to be game.
Interesting that we saw double Expo mirror decks. What universe did I wake up in this morning? Because that was the last deck I would have expected. GameWith blue at the bottom, OP.GGSkeleton in red at the top.
Flying machines and lava hounds this time, of course.
Much more traditional deck, I would say, at this point.
Is this a clone from GameWith? Let's wait a little bit more. We have a lot of spells, including the poison, and we'll get Lava Hound now.
Yeah, they have double Lava Hound, so both teams playing relatively similar decks here. Skeleton Barrel comes down. Look at the Minor Poison. It does 300 damage. Really casually, 500 damage.
But, oh, the clone, of course, from GameWith. They do have it, but... Ooh, Baby Dragon from OP.GGSkeleton. They are ready for the Lava Hound. They were expecting some of those small units to be placed.
Yeah, I feel like Executioner would be a very good answer for OP.GG, and we haven't seen it yet.
As well, yes.
So Baby Dragon is going to be their answer to it. Let's see if Baby Dragon can clean up that clone, let's say shenanigans, because it is kind of shenanigans, right?
Have you ever wondered or thought the wings are kind of small?
Yeah.
Smaller to how heavy they would be. But here comes...
But they're full of hot air. The balloon does come in, though. It is uncontested. The Mega Minion connects with it. The pups are scattered absolutely everywhere.
And the Baby Dragon does come to clean everything up.
OP.GG taking the lion's share of that trade there. Still, that Inferno Dragon is unaffected by the tower. It will get a little bit of a tickle. No, the zap comes in.
Still no clone being used by GameWith. I think they're waiting for a better push and use it at a better opportunity.
Yeah, I think they're going to wait until they have Lava Hound Skeleton Barrel right up there near the tower, clone it, and then make sure that everything is cloned. There'll be so many units there. That's generally the strategy with this kind of deck. But OP.GG are doing a very good job of shutting that down before it even becomes a possibility.
Poison used right before. Let's see if that becomes a problem.
Doesn't look like it will. 1,173. Flying Machine there, just cleaning things up a little bit. Will connect to the tower.
Will do a lot of damage.
About 700. A lot more damage has been done to that left-hand side, but now...
Double the Lava Hound with the balloon. I believe this may be the opportunity for the clone spell. With the poison, maybe not this time.
Yeah, GameWith have the perfect time to use it there, but couldn't because of that poison. So many poisons being used, and now that was their kind of all-in push. They somehow have to squeeze this out, and it's going to be very difficult for GameWith here.
OP.GGSkeleton defending it so well, and out to 800. Let's see if there are any mistakes. One single mistake of spell or the placement will actually determine this one. Inferno Dragon just locks onto the Lava Hound now.
Two miners down the back end. It looked like there was only one miner.
Double the miner doing so much damage with the poison. I believe this will just finish the tower.
It's going to be very close. There it goes. Those miners were played at exactly the same time. It looked like there was only one miner.
I thought it was one for a second because Inferno Dragon was also on top of it. I saw this fine sweaty hand moment from EuiChan. I got this. I can do this. This can be the final game of tonight, guys.
So the Lava Hound comes down from OP.GGSkeleton. The Inferno Dragon obviously is the answer to that. But the Inferno Dragon behind the Lava Hound will clear that up unless they play something like bats.
And they knew that coming. Baby Dragon right on top. Great fireball, basically hitting everything there.
Yep. Dealing that little bit of damage to everything, even if it doesn't kill them, does make your defense a little bit easier.
The poison, the miner will start digging holes. Trying to bring the tower down as well.
The positioning on that Dark Knight, the Dark Prince, was perfect as well, making sure that it didn't get touched by the poison. Great play there by OP.GGSkeleton, but this is scary coming in. The Dark Prince will eventually reach that tombstone. There we go. Does get one hit. I thought he might have been able to take it down.
Close. Not enough, of course. The guards surrounding the miners says no way you're getting a hand onto our tower. And they actually missed the poison onto that tower also. So no damage still being done to GameWith at all.
Yeah, we've seen a couple times now in this this set where poisons have just kind of missed the mark. And look how much damage those bats were doing. 1,401 remaining on that tower. Bats are so strong.
Quicker of a push. Lava Hound diving in. Because Inferno Dragons, both of them just went down. They knew the time. They're reading the good cards. And even the Lava Hound doing some damage now.
But that Dark Prince does connect 2 hits onto that tower. That's not what OP.GG want at this point in the game. Poison.
They need to come back in this game. Can they? With the Mega Nina, but the poison is already there, chipping down the damage, and still have 47 seconds. And even the Electroids are connecting shots.
Yeah, and he's going to get another
Oh, that's
one.
going to go down. That's a tower down, 40 seconds. Can they do it? They do have some time. 1700.
This almost is the last push with the Lava Hound. There is not enough time to have another Lava Hound go down that left-hand side. It doesn't even cross the bridge.
Trouble that Dark Prince
falling.
onto that miner. Not even close. Poison doing some damage, about 20 seconds. Only half of the time remaining now. Second miner does come. So many Mega Minions to deal with, though.
Yeah, Mega Minions doing a good job at cleaning everything up here. 1,000 hit points remain. They throw the tombstone in front of it to make sure it is well protected here.
And maybe the final moment will be the win for GameWith. As for match number 3, winning out 1v1 and 2v2. With Amaterasu and YUIHIIRO finishing off strong, keeping their first place. They've been tied up after opponents took the first match tonight.